Do that right here on AM360. Let's do the station ID a little earlier. Is that okay?
That's okay.
All right, that's fine. AM360, the Sacred Life Project, Imam Faheem Shuaibe. I think it's almost time for Salat for us here. Let me let me
Yes.
let me just check my clock and see. Yeah, 5:57. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So so rather than get into something right now, brother Imam, you have any questions, comments that you like to make? Or
No, other than one, I want everybody to know we are kind of tweeting this and putting this on Facebook as we go and as the imam goes on. But I did have a couple of, I guess they're questions, but they may start out as comments. But when you were talking earlier and you said Adam is the sacred life,
yes.
so we're to understand this as in other words, I'm reading directly. The sacred life is the human being.
Right.
So when we're looking at ourselves as being the sacred life,
Exactly.
are we also looking at this whole concept? I'm kind of going referring back to Ramadan
Yeah.
and this whole. I'm trying to get back to my fitra.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about moving what's unconscious to being conscious. It's about moving what's in my deep nature, moving it up to being able to live out. See, because that fitra that Allah created that's in all of us, it is submerged beneath the world that we've been raised in, socialized in. It's been covered up by that. This is nothing but hadith of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says, all of you are born on fitra, but it is your parents, and when you understand it, it means your society, your socialization, that makes you Jew, Magian, Christian, and otherwise. So this لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ, that Allah created us in the most excellent mold. That is that original nature. But ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَهُ أَسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ, then he falls to the lowest of the low. What causes us to fall? The fall is, that's Adam's fall right there. The fall is that we become unconscious of that original nature. And so the whole process of growth, true growth for us as human beings, it's about the growth of that original nature, coming to consciously and competently understand our constituency, meaning ourself, our makeup, and then know how to live that out in the world. Know how to be what God created us to be. But first you have to become conscious of it, then learn how to live it, right? Imam Mohammed has an explanation to us when we talk about Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Mustaqim, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim. So you have the Sirat, you have Mustaqim, you also have, in the language of Al-Islam, Sabil, right? So, but when you have Sirat al-Mustaqim, and the Sabil, the Mustaqim, talking about standing up, right? So Qiyam. When we stand in Qiyam, you're standing up, right? And when you have the Sirat is a row. So one is vertical and the other is horizontal. The vertical is the Qiyam, standing up. You can draw that from the Mustaqim, right? And then the Sirat, you can get that from the path on this plane, on the horizontal. So you get the vertical from the Mustaqim and you get the horizontal from the Sirat. Then when you talk about the Sabil is when we say fi sabilillah, we're in the path of Allah. Well, in the path of Allah, what it means is first you grow up spiritually, you grow up erect, you grow up, in terms of integrity and honesty and trustworthiness. You live an upright life. That's your mustaqim, right? The sirat means you have to follow that path, right? You can even hear the implication of the sirah of Prophet Muhammad, right? The sirah. You can hear that in that, his biography. And so his biography, his life. So that means that you're going to, that upright life, you're going to live it by following Prophet Muhammad. But the Sabil is saying that you quote unquote battle with, you meet the challenges of life in all of its dimensions, the business life, politics, the family, the culture, everything that you have to struggle with as you move along the sirat, but you stay upright while you're doing it. Well, that's when you are in sabilillah. you are in the path of Allah. The path of Allah is struggling to maintain your erectness as you move along the path of God, following the example of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or living the sacred life that Allah created you for. So all that's what the whole struggle is. Very simple, I think. Picture the struggle is making it happen. Okay, and the way that that's done is learn knowledge. You know, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, may Allah forgive me sins and grant him entry into paradise. One of the first things that I memorized from the message to the black man, as now I'm not recommending you go back and pick it up, etc. I'm just saying is get whatever good knowledge, wherever you find it, is yours. But it says knowledge is a force or an energy that makes its bearer meet and overcome obstacles, barriers, and resistance. And so knowledge is the way that you traverse the limitations, the boundaries, the obstacles, etc. That knowledge in connection with a good heart, which is a whole nother story. Okay, so it's about time for that salat, and
Yeah.
so you
And
can.
I'm going. Yeah, you're going to make salad. I'm going to play the what's called them. I think I got like two different clips here.
All
Then
right.
I'll make salad after you get back.
Okay, how do I let you know I'm back?
You just start talking.
Just
I'm
say
gonna
I'm
leave the
back,
mic
huh?
open.
Okay,
All
shukran.
right.
All right, assalamu alaikum, all. See you in a minute.
Welcome, assalam. Alhamdulillah. So again, we're taking a short interlude or prayer break here on the West Coast. To play, I got a couple of short clips, and inshallah, we'll play them. And if we have a few other things, we're going to play. This is Imam Muhammad. It's about choosing right.
Between the corrupted and the good. Though the abundance that is realized by corruption or from corruption astonish you. I have reflected on this wording in the Quran and the Holy Book of Muslims and have applied it to the effort to understand the situation for many corrupt people and promoters of corruption in this society. This society, as you know, is a society of extraordinary possibilities and extraordinary feats or achievements. On the one hand, we have the testimony of the righteous, and on the other hand, the testimony of the wicked. On the one side, we have freedom for the righteous, and on the other side, we have freedom for the wicked. On the one side, we have the great contribution of sincere, noble, and upright people, Americans, and on the other side, we have the abundance of corruption from the insincere, the wicked people, who also have the same freedom that the good people have in this country, and sometimes it appears that they have more freedom than the good people. I don't think so, but it appears that way sometimes. So, our dear Muslims, I have began my talk with this reading from Quran to say to you, be aware that in the land of opportunity, sometimes we are deceived, even innocent people are deceived, into believing that the best thing to do now is to get wealth, to get over, and forget about the religious discipline or the religious commitment. Just take the advantage of opportunity in America to get wealthy or to get over. I want to caution you, as Muslims, we should not accept this kind of invitation. We should be aware of the pitfall. We should avoid it, and we should trust God, and we should trust goodness. We should trust righteousness. We should have faith that the best life will come only if we strive hard to please Allah, the Lord and Creator of everything, and to live up to the best standard and the best aims of the Muslim life.
That was Imam W.D. Muhammad, choosing right. This is Imam W.D. Mohammed Plans for America. These are all short clips.
Highly technical society where we are bombarded by messages coming off the television and coming from the movie industry and from records and from the public, bombarded with all these messages, reaching for our minds, reaching for our judgments and our rational abilities to actually over-occupy. You know, in science and physics, no two objects can occupy the same space at the same time. This society, these fast-paced societies, these commercial societies, they work to over-occupy you. Where you ain't got no time for nothing else. They work to over-occupy your moral thinking, your rational thinking, your social thinking, your religious thinking, whatever kind of thinking you have. They work to overly occupy you so that you don't have no time to really live your own self. You can't live your own life. You can't live your own concerns. They are constantly over-occupying you with other concerns. Everybody has the opportunity in this country to compete. And you can compete for everything. Or in everything. Now, if we stop competing with the fools and start competing with the wise, if we stop competing with the wasters of their resources and start competing with those who preserve their resources, I think we can get somewhere in America and get in a situation to share the power, save America, so that it pleases God more and serve our needs better. In America, have plans. Not just a thinking anymore. We have plans to contribute to the cultural life of America, to the business life of America, and certainly to the religious life of America. We have real plans to do that. We have plans to help make America more pluralistic and to make it richer, to make it more powerful materially, and to make it more decent humanly. And
All right, there was another clip. This is Wali Ali. Allah is mighty.
Like a twinkling